Little things that you used to think about, like, am I going to have a family, things like that, you just don't know anymore because the cost of living is just like, how do you afford kids? It's literally, daycare is the price of rent these days. So it's, how do you afford just anything anymore?
Will you lead me to paradise?
Welcome back to another video. Here we discuss a mashup of topics like mental health, aging blissfully, food security, and the state of living blissfully. Now, it is raining today, and it's giving the good old adage, April showers brings May flowers. So I'm not mad at it, but if you hear some background noise, that's what that is. Now, today I wanted to talk about the cost of living and the declining birth rate globally, and especially here in North America. I wanted to get your guys' views on the cost of living in North America and especially here in Toronto, and what the rent prices are, how hard it is to find affordable living, and just tie it into how people are choosing not to create the traditional family because they just can't afford to do so. The statistics show that a quarter of the adults ages 18 to 34 in Canada are living at home or moving back home so that they can save money. Rent prices right now in the GTA are just ridiculous. A one bedroom, you're looking at $2,000 or more dollars for a one bedroom in some places. And the places that are under $1,000 are usually going to be a room, a hallway.
Well, I just found out my rent's going to be increased from $2,100 a month to $2,400 a month for a one-bedroom condo in Toronto.
For the first time in our nation's history, a 30-year-old man or woman isn't doing as well as his or her parents were at 30. That is the social compact breaking down. People aged 30 to 34, 60% of them in 1990 had one child. Now it's 27%. People are opting out of America. They're not optimistic about it. They're not having kids. Young people aren't having sex. They're not meeting. They're not mating. The pool of emotionally and economically viable men shrinks every day, which lessens household formation. So we have a real issue. Young people are enraged. So it turns every cut, every movement into an opportunistic infection because, quite frankly, they are just pissed off. They look up, they see wealth, exceptional wealth across my generation and people in certain industries, and they are really struggling. Their purchasing power is going down, and the incumbents create artificial scarcity on campus. We take pride in rejecting 90% of our applicants, so the incumbents who already have a degree see their degree go up in value. We get very concerned with housing and traffic once we own a housing. Housing permits are sequestered from young people. Housing prices have gone from $290 to $420 in the last 4 years. So a young person, a house, stocks that I don't own skyrocket in value. Let's have COVID relief and flush the markets and take assets way up, because if 1 million people dying would be bad, would be tragic if I got less wealthy. And we're doing it on their credit card. Young people have every reason to be enraged, and every issue they see, they look up, they get angry, and they see someone doing better than them. And then every day it is speedballed in their face that they are failing, that they are not doing as well as everyone around them. We have lost the script. Our kids are more anxious, they're more depressed, they're more obese, they're more addicted, and we have made a purposeful decision to let this happen by ensuring the people around this table stay wealthy at the cost of young people.
So watching my sons, try to navigate the rental space, and it's really unnerving as they are forced to room with strangers or share spaces. I have seen ads where they were actually wanting to split the bed. They were sharing the bed for $600 a month.
you're in Toronto, you can get this room for $800. There's no curtains, no privacy. It's an open room, which is a den. There is no window, no door. What the hell is going on?
I'm going to give you a sentence, and if you can finish it.
Yes.
So renting in Toronto is...
It's literally like challenging people for Mortal Kombat. You just don't know. And I'm not even being funny. It's become a scenario where it's like you have to outbid another person for a spot. So you're seeing a lot more people offering 6 months rent, a full year, just like crazy bully offers constantly happening because everybody's fighting for the few affordable houses that still exist and the properties that are rent controlled. More and more these days you're seeing kind of buildings like mine being bought by developers and people being told they have to move out and they're being displaced, and it's again a situation where what I have right now is affordable. How long will it remain that way?
At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? Bullshit, bullshit. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's gonna get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working our asses off for nothing.
I know that the youth are actually, they're almost lying flat. They're saying, we're not doing this. I'm not going to go to school and get a whole lot of debt so I can't get a job. I'm not going to have a family. I'm just going to sit here and watch and see what's going to happen, because they're so angry and so depressed. They don't have the joy to want to, go into life, charging into life like we did when we were in our 20s, saying, yes, I'm going to tackle the world. I'm going to change the world. I don't want to sound like doom and gloom, but oh my goodness, it is kind of tough. It's tough for young people. It's tough for people who are not financially secure. I want to know, how are you guys seeing it in your city? Are you seeing that the declining birth rate and people not getting married or forming the traditional communities? Do you see that as a consequence of the cost of living and the rules that they're making now to, put barriers in the place of people having money or having any kind of upward mobility? I would love for you guys to share your thoughts about your city and, the housing situation and the state of the birth rate there, because I see the ties, and I'm just wondering if the government or the people, the powers that be, are so set on their greed that they will allow for the extinction of humanity just so that they can have things. It seems so petty when you say it out loud, right? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. As I always say, share your thoughts here. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about these declining birth rates and just what's going on in general. And I'd love to have some discourse around that. And as I always say, be good to yourself. The world is changing and things are looking kind of gray and dim. But don't give up hope, Take care of yourself. Give yourself the love that you need. And be good to yourself. Be good to others. And, walk good. Take care. And we'll talk soon.
The luxury breathing, but I don't think I'm living. Yeah, my mama be tripping, saying you acting different, cause I feel so alone. People don't make a difference. They'll be here for a moment and be gone in an instant.